Yeah, I know. I'm making a video and answering my own video. Well, that's because, as I've said before, I have very few fingers left. See? And the ones I have left are pretty sore. I'm not tired of explaining that, but people are so odd. They'll attack you just because you make a video instead of typing. So it's weird. Anyway, regardless, let me get to the point. When I made this video, I was basically answering the guy who made the goofy video about infinity, about how infinity can't be finite, or that it can't be a task that is infinite cannot be completed because it's infinite. Yes, and so there again. But anyway, then you all come on with that. Like this one guy here, New Directions. Get a freaking life. Get a brain. Okay? You're living on assumptions. And when you argue, and when you have a battle of wits with a person, you have to come with some ammo of some kind. Okay? Quotes from the Bible are not ammunition, and they are not proof of the Bible. What are you, dumb? Come on, I know you're not a psychologist, too, that Mr. DeLong. Uh, what you say about mentally ill people being violent or immoral or anything, I am schizoaffective bipolar. In any of the symptoms I have, none of it's ever really violent except for myself. Because Luke is telling me to kill myself. All the mentally ill people I know are very docile. They pretty much sit around and think about why they're thinking about what they're thinking. They're schizophrenic, they're yelling out things that make no sense. And to them they do, but to us it doesn't. It sounds violent, but it's not. Antidepressive, manic depressive, that's basically just running around like you're a nut for a while, like you're drunk, and then laying up in bed for days. I don't know what that's all about. But this is a discussion actually about the existence of an entity that created the universe in 7 days, and then created man in his image. And everything's male, by the way. And then took and made woman by pulling a rib out of the man. And then got mad at the man and the woman because the woman was talking to a snake. And after talking to the snake, he convinced her that she could eat this fruit from this tree of knowledge and learn everything. Well, she's a human being. She thought that was pretty cool. I can learn everything in an instant. That's great. Excellent. She's curious. She's a human being. So she eats the apple. Your God got really pissed. I mean, come on. It was only an apple. What did you want to keep human beings? Did you want to keep human beings stupid? Like the lower form animals? Is that what that was all about? Well, no one knows because it was a myth in the first place. Kicks him out of this so called Garden of Eden after they have, what, two kids, Cain and Abel. Well, Cain, he's a freak. He goes and kills Abel, right? Then God punishes him, I guess, because he hears his brother screaming at him from the earth and the blood. So he sends him into the land of Nod, east of Eden, where he finds his wife. Okay. Yeah. If you don't understand the contradiction, then there's no use explaining it to you. You're not intelligent enough to have this battle of wits with me. Okay? Then we come along and we have people like Noah and Methuselah and Moses and all these hundreds of years living souls, entities. They're still not satisfied. They still don't like the idea that they can live for so long and do all kinds of things and have many wives and screw anything they want and they won't get in trouble. In fact, if their brother even professes to know some other god, you can stone him to death and hang him up at the end of the village, not even get in trouble. Your God sent to do that. I don't understand you guys. Why do you find it necessary to follow and believe and try to get to explain science to you? This magical, supreme super. Oh, you want a superhero? Superhero worshippers. That's what you Christians are. Muslims, Jews, All you believers, you're superhero worshippers. Bet you went and saw Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, X-Men, didn't you? And come on, people. New directions. Get a new direction. You know, you need to take a real direction. Wait a minute. Do you have children? Are you taking them to church and teaching them this crap? Oh my gosh. Another child abuser. Well, I don't know what to tell you people except that it is delusional. The God thing, the Jesus thing. I can tell you exactly where the Jesus Messiah myth came from. I can tell you exactly. It comes from the harvest. The idea that man needed to know when the sun was coming back, after the long, short days of winter when they couldn't grow anything. They wanted to know when spring was coming. Well, a good harbinger of that is the sun and the days getting longer. Well, around December 21st to 25th so, is the winter solstice. It's a time when the days start getting longer. The sun rises in new. The new sun rises. After being heralded by the brightest star in the east, Sirius, and that one being heralded by the three kings with their little gifts. Yeah, those three stars in Orion, they're called the three kings. And if you follow them in a line, they lead to Sirius. See, they're following Sirius, the brightest star in the east, the three kings. Two, follow the line down to the horizon. Horus's sun. Yeah, Horus, that's where the horizon came from, the Egyptian sun god Horus. Yeah, right. And his sun, Set. That's why we have sunset. Yeah, I know. And anyway, you follow that line, it leads right to the point of the horizon where the sun is going to return in the solstice, when the days start getting longer. So you got three kings following the brightest star in the east to the rising new sun. You get it? The birth of the sun? Very simple. And you people just take this stuff like it's a football game or something. You run 100 yards with that damn crap, and then you try to convince the whole world it's real and it's true, instead of realizing that it was just superstitious Stone Age people trying to help each other explain things, the ways of the world, the science of the world, because they didn't have the words for it yet. And one more thing, New Directions. I'm going to give you some homework. You show me one bona fide historical document from the 1st century AD that says anything about a Jesus Christ, a Messiah, or a Savior, or Son of God, or anything like that. That's all I ask. Bring proof. Thanks. Have a good night. I'm signing out. By the way, Hurricane Heidi, you keep them blowing, kiddo. That's right. Blow them up their ass. Good night. Wait a minute. Good afternoon. That's right. Hi, Christine.